Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
And I'm live. I know it's been a while since I've done a live stream, but I've been busy. And yes, I finally got me a intro and a new logo, as you can see. But yeah, it's been one heck of a year as of right now. But I figure, I'm bored. I'm going live. So here I am. So I'm going to open up the chat and see who's in here. I know who just showed up before, and here he is. Biggles. Hi, Biggles. How you doing? It's been a while. And then we're Wade, of course. He's here, and yes, I know I rock. And yep, I see my good friend Rainey's here. Hello. Yep. And Runner. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a bit. I haven't even been on seeing of your haven't done any live streams lately either. That's all right. Alex, of course, here. The champion of retards and cards for this week. Yeah. What's looking pretty good? You talk about my intro? Yeah, it took me a little bit. I actually had somebody make that for me. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I got a couple more coming up. But yeah, figured don't have a whole lot to talk about, but I do have a couple of topics I want to get into. But this isn't, topics that you're used to, because if you want those kind of topics, I suggest go to Ryan or Jeremy. If you want the anger, the ranting, the raging, it's me. I'm gonna go a little bit different, but this is something I'm gonna start with first. Now, I've done this before in one of my other streams. Okay, now it's that time again. It's the holidays, meaning it's my worst nightmare. It's wintertime. And of course, the holidays around the corner also. So now I'm about to try not to get myself killed or killed anybody else. Because especially when I'm going up to the north. So yeah, if some of you probably don't know, winter driving. Yeah, winter driving is probably the most dangerous for me, because you gotta look at me. 80,000 pounds of a truck, tractor, and load going down a road on ice. Not really good, because if you watch the news every winter time, you see accidents. Say in Wyoming on I-80. Yeah, they pile up pretty quickly. But yeah, I actually gonna get that out of the way, because I know a lot of y'all who are probably planning on driving and all that stuff, and y'all go see your families, or just gonna go out and have just have a good old time, and with the drinking and all that. I say be careful when you're going out there, especially if you've never been to a place, especially if you've never been to a state you've never been before. Now, me, I've been doing this for 6 years, so I am used to it. But when it comes to me, if I wake up in the morning and I look out my window and I see about a couple of feet on the ground of snow, I'm going to close my curtains. I'm going back to bed, because I'm not driving in that shit. No, that's not for me, because I don't want to kill anybody. I mean, I know y'all don't want to kill me either, because I'm always thinking that, that could be somebody's family out there. It could be a member of my family. It could be a friend of mine. And y'all should think like that too. When you're out there on the road in that snow and shit, think of it like this. Just think this is like a family member of yours or a friend of yours, and just either stay out of the way or just don't go out at all. Me, I'm gonna go out anyway. It just depends on how the weather is. That's why when I get up in the morning during the wintertime, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the maps, or I get what they call master weather updates on my Qualcomm. But I'd rather look at the weather anyway because it has to be close to me. I want to make sure where the storms are at, which way it's heading, and which direction I'm going. Because the direction I'm going, hopefully it's away from the storm, or it's past, or I can at least stay behind it to make sure I'm not going to get caught into it. And usually after I start getting down the road, I'm already seeing trucks on the side of the road. Y'all should know, if you follow me on Twitter, I do have a tendency to take pictures of drivers being idiots and driving off into the roads. It's usually by themselves. Cars, I've seen it too. I've actually seen them do it right in front of me. Because there is what I call a 6-second falling distance. It's what I had to do. Now, that's a rule to everybody in the trucking industry, but to me, I go 8 seconds, no matter what type of weather condition I'm in. If I'm on dry roads, I'm going to go about 8. If I'm in rain, I'll probably go maybe 12 seconds. If I'm in the snow or ice, I'm either about a minute away from everybody, or I'm off the road. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, we all hate winter, but all of us also love it too, but only if we're not driving. Yeah, the snow should be red. No, actually, red, when it comes to that, it's usually in pink, if you look at the weather and all that. But what did you say here? Best line I heard from a person at work from Texas: change of seasons overrated. Yeah, it is. But unlike everybody, they can blame climate change. Yes, biggers, we're talking about winter, not runner. Okay. Hey, Bone, how you doing, sir? But yep, that's kind of what I want to kind of get out of the way, because if you know where I'm at on Twitter and all that stuff, because that's usually what I do. I post places where I'm going, where I'm at. And sometimes I do have a tendency to go quiet on Twitter for days in advance, but that's just me, because I don't want to be on Twitter all day, every day, because that's not life. No, that's not life for me. I got better things to do than to spend time on Twitter. And yeah, I know, Ronnie, you live up there in Chicago, so you pretty much know where I'm getting at. But you probably don't go too far of where I got to go. Because if I have to be somewhere and I know where I'm going to try to make sure I get there early. And also do the fact that, thank God, I'm on a dedicated route, because I don't have to worry about going through the mountains, which is even more dangerous than just regular roads. And then, of course, all the stupid idiots that don't know how to drive in it, especially women. And I know Big was gonna be laughing at me when I say that. Women can't drive for shit, no matter what time of the year it is. Ain't that right, Biggles? But I do want to get that out of the way, just kind of give you a kind of a update of this. Be careful out there during the winter time, especially if you see a trucker out there. Just make sure I might be in that truck. But I do have a topic I do want to get into. So, like I said, this isn't your most favorite topics. This is something a little bit different. But this is actually kind of going into kind of like my turf. Let's see where I did with it. Here it is. Yeah. I believe this is it right here. Yeah, right here. Pretty much, it's truck driver shortage hits a record high this year. So yeah, it's kind of really weird. And I'm not going to play that. Please tell me that. So yeah, everybody's saying that, shortage this year on truckers. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. I think what it is that I'm going on a limb here saying that, when it comes to truck drivers, it's nothing bad. I think it's what it is to me. There's plenty of truckers out there. We just don't have enough truck stops and rest areas for us to stop at, because if you can tell, everybody's pretty much stop on the sidewalk. But anyway, I'm going to try and get through this real quick, and I'm hoping that doesn't play. Yeah, it's going to play, but I'm going to go ahead and mute it and get it out of the way. But yeah, holidays become more complicated this year as the shortage of truck drivers continues to grow. Yeah, well, if that is the place, it's probably more on the lines of maybe it's just the companies. I think there's I think I heard it. Somewhere, there it is. There it goes. There. Thank you. But yeah, see here. So I know there's gonna be some changes, but yeah, the American Trucking Association reports there is a shortage of 80,000 truck drivers across the country. There was a driver shortage around 60,000 drivers heading into the pandemic. It's possible, but you got to remember too, when the pandemic hit, people are still being hired. But I think probably because with all this is happening, companies are going out of business. Why? Because a lot of major companies that we go to, a lot of distribution areas that we go to, a lot of shippers, receivers, they're closing down because of the pandemic and are refusing to open up. Or they are opening up, but they only open up at a specific time. So yeah, it's not bad, but it's definitely going to get a lot worse if we don't do anything. But it also says here, as the truck driver shortage continues to grow, coupled with the delay of U.S. ports, well, if you've actually gone to any of the ports, they're actually packing up. It's just that they're refusing to leave. And products could take longer to make into shelves ahead of the holidays. Yeah, that is definitely going to be a problem, because I've actually started to notice that myself when I go to the meat patches. It takes a lot, very, very longer to get the products into a trailer and out, because of how long it takes. It usually takes them a long time, especially if you have to deal with USDS. They take forever. And let's see here. Continue on. Salaries are also increasing for truck drivers. That is actually true. That is definitely true, because I actually got a 6-cent raise not too long ago. And then, but that doesn't include my 1-year anniversary raise I get, which is only just 1 cent. So yeah. Now some companies are now offering 6-figure salaries to get drivers on the road. Yeah, that might help. Let's see here. Salaries are increasing, but not good for the consumer. We're going to end up paying the price, says a high school teacher, and I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know if he's even a truck driver or not, but that looks like him down there. But now this is where it kind of gets a little bit interesting. He says, because he works at a supply chain logistics program at a California high school. No wonder, fucking California. And yet California wants to ban all trucks from coming into their state. And I know they're working on it. Trust me, I know. The rumors are still out there. And yet, so he's responsible for training students to learn how to drive trucks. So basically, from what I've heard, that they're actually trying to get 18 to 19-year-old students to learn how to drive a truck. Technically, you got to be at least 21 to get a CDL. So I have no idea why this guy wants to do this like that. Yeah, but when he's playing GTA 5 because he can't play GTA 6. Hey, Jay. How you doing, drunk? Just doing a quick live stream here. Now, this is where it kind of gets a little interesting here. It says Newton said he doesn't know if he plans on going into the field, but American Trucking Association says younger truck drivers are desperately needed. Not really. if they want to go in to the truck driving industry, they can. It's their choice. And also here it says women are needed too in order to help bridge the employment gap. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, now I'm not. Now women can drive trucks if they want to. Trust me, I know. My mother drives a truck. My grandparents drove, and I had also a handful of others who drive also. And he also says here, it's a male-dominated industry, and it's important to know the girls do just as good as the guys do, says a student. Because only 10% truck drivers are women, according to the Women in Trucking Association. But okay, I mean, yeah, okay, so 10% women are in truck, but there are more coming. They do intend to come because the company that I work for, each time, like every Sunday, they bring in new recruits. Yeah, there's going to be more guys in it, but you're going to see that small little handful of couple of women that come in because they want to learn how to drive. But also to the fact that most of the women that are out there, maybe they don't want to be truck drivers. They want to be stay-at-home, or they have their own careers, or they got a family to take care of, and they usually let the men go out there and do all the job. And I can't say that I blame her. Yeah. However, students at Patterson High School also had the opportunity to learn and train for other jobs in supply chain and logistics program. Well, there you go. If you don't want to be a truck driver, do something else. It says here, Kimberly Brinkman, Director of High School Programs. I don't even. Said students can even take forklift operating classes and warehouse management classes, along with truck driver training, of course. They absolutely ready to get behind the wheel. It's not normal. It's not like a normal 18-year-old getting behind a big semi. She says, no 18-year-old kid is dreaming of being behind a semi truck. Not now. They're more in point of getting drunk, getting stoned, getting laid, and partying all day long, and probably all night. But no, I don't think anybody's thinking about that. I don't think this is not even their dream job. They want to do other things. But now this I do agree with. Without trucking, there's no food on the shelves, warehouses that can't get their supplies. Technically, it's been said all this before. If the truck driving industry stops turning the wheels, the whole entire economy pretty much goes into a complete rampage. Okay, yeah. That's all I'm saying. If we stop, so does the entire country. Because everybody says that we are basically the blood of this country. We run everything. We do not stop. We keep going. As long as the wheels are turning, we get paid. Y'all get y'all's food, clothes, phones, whatever. And also the fact is that from what I'm also hearing is that a lot of the forklift drivers, people who work at the warehouses, they're all are basically somewhat on strike because they're planning on forming their own. They're basically just forming their own union. Now, I don't know how much y'all know, but I remember when I used to ride with my parents and all that back in the day when they first started truck driving. I was still a kid. I would go with them, and I could just sit there, and they could be in like a shipper or receiver. They could be in that door for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then they're gone. Because back then they got paid by the truck. Each time the truck comes in, they will get out. Now they're getting paid by the hour, which I think is a bunch of bullshit because I do not like sitting at a distribution area for, I don't know how long. Last time I was at one, the Craft in Champaign, Illinois. Yeah, I was there for almost 10 hours waiting for them to load up my trailer so I can get out of there. No. Let's see here. Yeah, this is also a problem too. Gas prices also continue to rise across the country. There's no shortage of fuel, but the shortage of truck drivers is causing fuel deliveries delays at some gas stations. Well, you also remember too, trucks don't run on gas. We run on fuel. There's a difference. Even I know that. But for now, these supply chain issues and the shortage of truck drivers mean you'll be paying more when shopping. Uh, yeah, that's kind of true on that note, because I kind of blame our government for that, and I'm probably gonna get struck for saying that, but I don't give a shit. But yeah, this country is pretty much going to hell in a handbasket if we don't do something about it. And I know Biden, I know all he wants to do is just sit there and sleep. If you saw that little thing that Jeremy posted on Twitter earlier today. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to kind of get out of my way, because that basically involves me. Now, other stuff that goes on political-wise with SJWs and all that shit, it doesn't really bother me. But once it really starts interfering with me, my work, or my family, anything like that, yeah, I'm going to speak up. So yeah, is there a shortage of truck drivers? Maybe. We don't know, because each time I go somewhere, there's always, every Sunday at my job, every Sunday, new recruits come in. They may not be many, but they're coming in. Because I think when I went in, there was like 100 of us in one class, and for the whole week, only a handful survived. We would go out with our trainers and then come back. A small handful will still be around that I will remember. So yeah, so basically, each time you're out there, thank a trucker, because it's like I said, we are the bloodline of this country. And these accidents, and I know wintertime is here, and I've already said before, when it comes to accidents involving trucks, remember, there might be something in that trailer that you might desperately need, including FedEx. You know, FedEx is worthless anyway, because they don't know how to drive for shit. That's why I don't drive for them. I do my own thing. But yeah, but that's definitely something I want to get out. And I think Tina said something here. My father was a warehouseman for 50 years. He said about the mid-90s, when he was witness the number of female truck drivers increasing. Exactly. It's going to increase, but increase slowly. You can't exactly force people to do this and that, because if you force what's been going on now, if you force them, they're going to resist and they're going to pull back because they're not ready for it. And let's see here. So yeah, I'm going to finish up on that topic, because I'm probably going to be ranting more than that. But anyway, I do have some other kind of things I want to talk about here. But like I said, it's not your normal random live stream just like everybody else. But I don't think I have it set up yet. I don't think. Do I have it set up? No, I don't. But I do have, let's see here. This is actually some good news, because I found this out a while back. But I got to find it first. Hang on for a second here. Let me see where it is. See where it is here. I think I saw it around here somewhere. Here we go. I think this should work right here. Here we go. Right here. Okay, so I'm hoping that's not going to play, but it's going to be a good one. Okay, hopefully it's not going to do anything. But I need to make sure it's not going to play at all. Okay, there we go. So, get this back up here. I'm going to show my screen again. So this is actually a little bit of good news if you are into what I'm into, which is music. So this has got my attention. I think this came out a couple of days ago, but this has been going on for a while. But I'll go ahead and share it anyway. It says here, Mark Hoppus, Blink-182, plays with Travis Barker in his first show since beating cancer. Now, for some of y'all who probably don't know, yeah, he was dealing with cancer, I think, like for about a year, I think, when I first found out. which is I think is a good thing. I'm actually proud of him for it. I hope I will get that out of the way. Get out of the way. Yeah, I'm actually happy for him because I found this out. I found this about a couple months ago because I'm a big Blink 182 fan. I grew up on the album In Mode Without a State. That was probably one of my favorite albums. Then after Tom DeLonge left and they got Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio, I kind of bounced out of it because I wasn't exactly happy about it. Because I listened to that California album, it almost sounds the same. Same sound, same everything. And I know this thing is not going to go away, but I don't give a shit. I'll be fine. But yeah, it says here, Mark Hoppus performed for the first time since announcing he was cancer-free in September. The Blink-182 frontman joined his bandmate Travis Barker and musician Kevin Thrasher Gruft, hopefully I didn't butcher that name, for a Puppy View Halloween concert hosted by Barker. Well, that's nice because I have not seen him in concert in a long time, but it's nice to know that he looks like he's back to full health. Hoppus wore his Batman outfit at the House of Horrors show performing What's My Age, which is the song that got me into this band. I love this band. Love that song. And of course, The Rock Show and Family Reunion. In September, Blink bassist and vocalist took to social media shared that he was cancer-free after beginning chemotherapy for stage 4 lymphoma earlier this year. Wow, stage 4. I'm actually surprised I caught that. Whew. But see here. He said, just saw my oncologist and I'm cancer-free. Okay, well, I don't think he's cancer-free. I think he's more like in remission, but we don't know for sure. He also said, thank God and universe and friends and family and enjoy who sent support and kindness and love. I still have to get scanned every 6 months. Of course, that's every cancer survivor. And it'll take me until the end of the year to get back to normal. But today is an amazing day, and I feel blessed that I can get a W in the chat. That's awesome. That's definitely awesome. I'm actually happy for him. That's definitely a lot of good news. Because, with me, I'm always trying to make sure that when it comes to cancer, because I just found out today that my aunt has cancer. She's had it for 6 months now. I'm always usually the last person to know these things, but I'm actually hoping that she gets what she needs done, just like what Mark did. And I'm hoping that now that he's now cancer-free and all that stuff, I'm hoping that I will be able to at least catch another concert. But I want to be with Tom DeLonge, since I know now he's hanging out with Angels and Airwaves, and he's also doing his solo project. And I know that Blink-182 is going to be continuing on with Matt Skiba. And I think I heard something about Alkaline Trio, which is another one of my favorite bands that I grew up on. I think they have another album in the works. I'll have to keep an eye on it, keep everybody informed. But if y'all guys know who Blink-182 is, I'm sure a lot of people know. Tell me what's your favorite song. Mine is pretty much What's My Age, because that's the very first song I heard from when I used to listen to Total Request Live on MTV. Back when MTV actually played music. Take a step here. But I'm actually about to go into another topic here, and this is more pop culture, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many people here watch anime. I do. I love anime. It's better than what's going on in the Western side today. But I saw this and I figured, you know what? I'm going to see if anybody is actually interested in it. So I'm going to pop this up here. Share my screen. Dun, 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 dun. Where's it at? Here it is. Now, this is from Screen Rant, so hopefully it's not going to be a bad one. All right, there we go. Yep, this is it. It's This is some screen ramp. This is everything that's going to be most anticipated upcoming anime releasing in 2022, which is pretty much coming up here in the next. Well, it's going to be starting now, but it's also going to come up into next year. So a lot of people, I know there's not every anime that I watch is not going to be on here, but I can't give my little quick catch up on what is actually coming up that I'm actually looking forward to. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a moment themselves. So yeah, I know most of these, and I know some of y'all probably waiting too. So let's get down here. Yeah, I know a lot of people were upset with that first part of Attack on Titan and their ending. They left it a cliffhanger. So hopefully this will probably be a lot better because, Attack on Titan became one of the recent generation's breakout manga and anime series. Now, I've only watched the first season. I never got a chance to really watch the rest of it, but I do plan on catching up and watching it. But that is definitely way, way too many mangas to catch up on either. I'll probably have to buy that and have to get on to one of my Right Stuff Anime, buy the boxes because I think I can find them. I think I can find them at my local bookstore too. But anyway, as it became the go-to anime for audience in the little to no prior knowledge or interest in the medium altogether, it's a shonen series, but one that tends to go a bit deeper, which is actually true. But it's also disgusting if you actually watch it. It's more complex and is more intense than other typical series in that demographic. Oh, I'm actually going to maybe agree on that, but I've seen darker than what Attack on Titan has been doing. But yeah. Let's see. Season 4 was released last year with thunderous hype, jumping ahead in the timeline to a psychological warp Eren Yeager, who's now gone rogue toward his own allies. Okay, I'm going to definitely have to catch up. I'm definitely going to have to try and figure out what happened during that time. And let's see here. As was already speculated, there have been a continuation of some sort given the pacing of the first core of the season. The last episode of Attack on Titan's first core had surprising moments and a couple of bad ones too. With Eren and his Jaegerists making their plays, trumping his former allies in the Paradis military, but not without Pyko, where I can't pronounce his name. I'm going to butcher it and I don't care. Making a supplies infiltration counterattack. So the next episode has been confirmed to be released July of 2022. So you may get a better ending with this one because this is the final series. This is basically the final season, part 2. So yeah, keep an eye on that and hope you enjoy it because I don't want to spoil myself with it either. See here. Yes. Now I have not yet seen the series yet, but I do have it on my watch list. Jujutsu Kaisen 0. This is actually a prequel movie, I believe. So yeah, so this is here. 2020 was a massive for MAPPA with the likes of Attack on Titan Season 4 and the underrated Toho Hidoro. But Jujutsu Kaisen proved to be one of the next big mainstays in the shonen anime era. Yeah, I love shonen, the shonen era of anime. It's great. The supernatural and horror-themed action series was praised in large part for the beautifully smooth animation and art style. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. Let's see here. Narratively, it takes the best parts of the previous shonen hits like Naruto and Bleach and focus on them, while cutting the excess fat and avoiding certain anime tropes that hampered them with bloat. In terms of horror, it also takes on borrows from the best of Tokyo Ghoul manga. Ooh, I love Tokyo Ghoul. That's a great manga and show too. see here. Seems Mappa is taking a page from Ufotable's Demon Slayer, which is a other great anime that I love to watch. Approached by Continue Jujutsu first with a movie before season 2. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero was a one-shot manga that served as a prequel to the entire series. So yeah, this is pretty much you're going to see how it all started before jumping into season 2, which I think season 2 also comes out next year. So yeah, but basically the movie releases in winter. So basically it's coming out in December, but only in Japan, and then next year it comes out for us. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking. So basically, I got plenty of time to watch the first season, and then watch the movie, and then wait for season 2. Now this one, I actually love. I have been waiting 2 years now for the season to come out, but it's right now it still says speculation. You see, pretty much I have been keeping tabs on this. But yeah, it's saying your demographic is known for having some critically acclaimed titans such as Berserk, Vagabond, good one, and of course Vinland Saga, which is also good because I read the entire manga. But they don't get any adaptations in the anime sphere. That's part of why the latter's adaptation of the former Attack on Titan Studio Wit came as such a welcome change of pace. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is actually based on actual history. Vikings, basically. But it's going to say right here. It says Vinland Saga is a historical fiction series set during the Age of Vikings. So basically, it's not it's set in that time, but it's not exactly real. These are not exactly real characters. I mean, real people. They're just actors. And it dwells into heavy theme like the purpose of life, defining one's purpose with vengeance, and commentary on what it is to achieve peace along the question of whether violence means justified to the possible end. Yeah, trust me, it is definitely a good one. Because I think when I first read it, it really wasn't about Thorfinn himself. It was actually more about Askeladd than anything. But season 2, from what I gather, according to manga, it's actually supposed to sit like I think 1 year after the events of season 1, which I think is actually going to be more focused on Thorfinn himself ever since because he was kidnapped. But it's ever since his kidnapping, because he wanted to take revenge on the murder of his father. Which I can't say. Now this one I don't know, so I don't know if anybody really watches this because I haven't even watched it or read the manga yet. So I'm most likely going to see what else is here. But I'm not going to skip this. But I'm pretty sure somebody's going to enjoy this. Dragon Ball Super Superhero. From what I gather. Yep, that's what I thought. Yep. I'm going to skip. But yeah, this is actually a sequel to Dragon Ball Super Broly. So I haven't watched a whole lot of haven't watched a Dragon Ball movie in so long. I don't think I want to even get started on it anymore. I haven't watched it since Dragon Ball Z. But let's see here. And then we have this one. Yeah, y'all probably know some of this. But this is a new one called Cyberpunk Edgerunners. It's actually based on the video game. And see here, what does it say here? While the game launched in a disastrous state, boy, do we know that's true. Cyberpunk 2077 is looking to expand its franchise even further out of gaming itself. Netflix and CD Projekt Red are partnering up for an anime called Cyberpunk Edgerunners, animated by Studio Trigger. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I wouldn't be surprised if the anime was better than the game. But it says here, story won't be an adaptation of the game story, instead favoring a single season limited series anime format. Consisting of 10 episodes and an original standalone plot and characters. It's a logical choice as the world of this franchise invites to telling different stories from different perspectives. Okay, so we're going to get other people into this. Having Trigger behind this adaptation is a big selling point, especially since its director and assistant director, I'm not even going to pronounce those names, I'm going to butcher the shit out of them, have worked on a big anime named Kill la Kill, which is a fantastic anime. Pomar and the modern classic Gurren Lagann. I've never seen that one or the other one, but Kill la Kill is definitely one of my favorites. See here, and then we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have not seen a JoJo Bizarre Adventure since the first season, but this is actually the Stone Ocean story arc from the manga. So, let's see here. Now, I don't know when this comes out, but it is definitely, but a lot of people do watch this show. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So, yeah. On part 6, the Sick Wing concluded an anime adaptation 2 years ago. Oh, so it's been a while since we've had one. It's another technically like Jujutsu Kaisen Zero in terms of release window. It is also released during the winter of 2022 anime release time, but this December, and has released partly on Netflix, but will bleed into 2022 proper as episodes released. Okay, I'm not pronouncing that name, but her and her crew will finally see an adaptation. Okay, with Joestar member being another fan favorite protagonist. Fans will see the return of Jotaro Kujo in another supporting role capacity akin to Diamond is Unbreakable. I don't think I've heard that story arc yet, but I will check it out later. I might actually watch now. Okay, of course. When it comes to anime, there's always going to be that one sports series. They've done basketball, they've done volleyball, they've done baseball. I'm trying to figure out what others they've done, but this is another one. So now they're going to do soccer or football if you're in another part of the world. Blue Lock. Now, I might actually watch this because I do like sports, and I used to play soccer when I was back in school. It says sports, manga, and anime also have their own Hall of Fame with classes like Slam Dunk, basketball, and I don't know. Oh, I know what that is. I can't exactly pronounce it, but it's boxing. It's a boxing anime. I should know because I actually know a friend who's got some manga of this. Is another one of the most recent. The manga for the latter ended last year, of course, but the anime is still adapting presumably. But another up-and-comer could be the anime for Blue Lock. Okay, this adaptation centers around the European football, soccer, and the manga conveniently started right after the real world 2018 World Cup in France ended. Okay, so this is probably going to be based on what happened in 2018. We don't care. It also says here, it's been gathering a large and consistently increasing fan base with millions of volumes already sold. Cool. But unlike, I'm not even going to say it, Blue Lock doesn't incorporate slice of life elements and leans heavily into aggressive action. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit more meaner. It's going to be almost like, I can't exactly tell which one. But while it sometimes falls into unfortunate generic anime trope traps, it also manages to use its over-the-top action and embrace others in a carefree manner that proves thrilling and cathartic. Okay. I actually might take a grab at that because it's been a while since I've actually seen a sports anime. I think not since Slam Dunk, which is another one. So yeah, this is these are most anticipated, but there are others out there that I am actually looking forward to. I'll stop this because I don't want to use it anymore. So, but anyway, I see Orange Hat's here. He's gonna say dropping in for a like and say hi. Hello. Okay. Yeah, you gonna have some time to do little ones. I saw that picture that you posted on Twitter in the group chat. But yeah, there are other animes that I'm actually looking forward to. One, I think it comes out next year. In Spectra season 2. I've seen the first one. I love that one. I'm actually rewatching it right now because it's like a crime solving with supernatural. Basically, a girl who basically sacrifices her left leg and right arm to become a goddess of wisdom that helps, all these ghosts and specters and all that, trying to understand what is going on. And then her boyfriend is an immortal. He's pretty much a fighter. Basically, he can chop off anything off, his arm, his leg, whatever. It's going to grow back. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to see where the next set of chapters go, because it's like right now 11 volumes in the manga, and I'm still trying to get the rest of them. But I am actually reading it online, so it's quicker for me. And then there's a few more coming out. We already know about Demon Slayer. We all know that's out. But right now, the first 7 episodes are going to be basically the Mugen Train movie. All they're doing is just kind of adding in fillers and a beginning. But I'm watching it right now, but I'm not exactly paying attention to it because I'm actually waiting for episode 8 when they actually start the entertainment district, which is where I want to be, because I know it's going to. Because if you haven't watched it, it's going to enjoy it because I've read the manga. I've read the entire manga series. It gets better from there. So yeah, keep an eye on that too, because I do love that. It's probably my favorite anime right now. Now I don't know what else is coming out that I know that I want to keep an eye on, other than I know they got a Mobile Suit Gundam Wing series coming out called The Witch of Mercury. I don't know much about it, even though I'm rewatching the entire Gundam series, which of course I like. But other than that, I'm actually going to continue to do what I'm doing because some of y'all know I'm reading the anime. I watch the anime, and if I like it, I will most likely go out and buy the manga in its order. And if there's no anime to the manga, I'll read it online and then go for it afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of things I've been wanting to talk about today. Like I said, I was bored. I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go live and just chat for a little while. But right now, and I know I've already been streaming for almost an hour, but I actually kind of ran out of things to talk about. But I did want to do it because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this and get it out of the way. But now I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because I got to finish packing because I'm getting up in the morning and going back to work. So until then, I'm going to have my next stream. Well, I don't think I will have a stream coming up in another 6 weeks because Christmas time is right around the corner. So kind of keep an eye out because I may do another live stream probably sometime next year, probably in January, February, depending on when my next sometime is for that. So until then, you can catch me on Twitter. I'll post, whatever's going on in my mind or whatever. But until then, I'll be seeing you guys down the road. Be safe, everybody. Peace.